Alright guys, so in this video I want to quickly share with you guys two variations of frost comps that I've been using to climb inside of the arena with about 1 day left here guys. We have actually less than 1 day left. So this is the final day and I am using these two frost comps right now to climb. I'm using this particular one with Snow Sugar to verse most of the single tank comps, and I'm using the Sherbet one to deal with most of the double tank comps. Alright, so let me quickly go over the toppings for you guys and then go into the actual showcase of the teams. But we have Hollowberry back with the damage focus to keep these two DPSs alive, and that's going to be with full Swift Chocolate, focusing on the damage resist as well as cooldown. Around 22.4% is usually where we want it. 20% to 22% is the better option. And then we have our Icicle Yeti focusing on the cooldown as well. With full Swift Chocolate, I have extra attack, crit, and cooldown. Cooldown as high as possible is going to be good. I will have the specific number if you guys would like that on the screen right now. And then we have our Snow Sugar. I am using 3 of the Syrian Raspberry, 2 Solid Almond to kind of give a little bit more tankiness to Snow Sugar while still being able to deal damage as well. And we are focusing on the damage resist. Around 8% cooldown is what I have it as of right now. And then we have the attack. We also do have the Whistle buff on Snow Sugar and Frost Queen. Frost Queen is using 5 of the Solid Almond to keep the, Frost Queen alive as much as possible to deal that burst damage at the end. Damage resist and cooldown is going to be the focus here. Alright, 8% is where you guys would like to have it if possible. And the last one is going to be Parfait. Parfait can use 2 different variations. I like to use the Solid Almond if my Parfait do start dying off really quickly. But against other Frost comps, I like to use the Swift Chocolate in order to kind of heal and put that debuff immunity a lot faster onto my DPSs if possible. And then next one is going to be Sherbet. Everything is going to be the same here too, whether Parfait is going to be using Swift Chocolate or not. But Sherbet is going to be using Swift Chocolate as always, focusing on the damage resist as well as the cooldown, at least 22.4% if possible, to shoot out those shards as soon as possible. But here we go guys, I do have my Frost Queen Crystal Gem at plus 10, as well as my Snow Sugar at plus 15. So let me show you guys how this team works out in the current arena while I am climbing to possibly Grandmaster 3 or just Elite 1. Alright guys, so against the Crimson Coral here, against most likely I have a feeling a triple DPS, but here we go with Snow Sugar and Parfait. Alright, here we go, and it is going to be that triple DPS with Black Pearl and Frost Queen here. And they did hide the 2, so we're not too sure exactly which one they're using, whether it's going to be the Frost Queen one or the, the Black Pearl one here. But you're going to be able to see that Parfait is doing a great job in keeping our cookies, nice and healthy, along with, Icicle Yeti. And because we are using a Solid Almond and a Solid Almond mix on both of our DPSs, they're relatively tanky as well. And on top of that, we have Hollowberry having that damage focus as well, right? So right here, we did get kind of blasted by the Golden Cheese. So Snow Sugar did die, but not a problem. Our Frost Queen is still alive. And we still have our Parfait as well with Icicle Yeti and Hollowberry here. So Hollowberry should be able to do some good damage right there. Parfait is going to be able to be, cast that immunity. All right, debuff immunity, and boom, there we go. All right. Alright guys, so they did use the Black Pearl one, which is not uncommon right now. They are having a combination of something like Frost Queen as well as Black Pearl. So they are utilizing the damage resist bypass instead, so that they're not completely useless against someone like, the burnt cheese and fettuccine combo. But yeah, there you guys go. You guys can see that Parfait, Hollowberry did great job in keeping our cookies alive here. Although the Snow Sugar did die, but Snow Sugar did the job in keeping that Frost stack up, allowing Frost Queen to deal the massive burst damage that she's able to do right now. Alright guys, this time around against the burnt cheese, most likely going to be a fettuccine here. And then could be a Black Pearl, could be a Frost Queen, but here we go. We're going to use a Sherbet this time around. Alright, and we are using Parfait here as well, so let's go. Alright, so they are using the Frost Queen here and the fettuccine burnt cheese, which is a great combo against the Frost comps right now. But we're trying to eliminate the fettuccine as soon as possible with the Sherbet here, trying to keep our cookies alive as much as possible with that Parfait here. All right, and we still do have the Solid Almond on our Frost Queen, so Frost Queen is still going to be relatively tanky. All right. And Parfait should be able to keep our, Frost Queen alive here. Fettuccine did pop that immortality because of the sherbet. All right. Frost Queen comes in. All right. Very, very close to death, but still alive here. All right. Still have our Parfait healing our Icicle Yeti as well. All right. And the burn cheese is gone now, so we should be able to get this thing out of the way. There you go. All right. There's our victory right there. All right. So there you guys go. This time around, Sherbet did do a lot more damage. So Sherbet was able to, utilize his shards a lot more because he wasn't getting targeted by the enemy golden cheese. Instead, it was going to be Frost Queen with the full solid almond. And you're able to just allow Parfait to really just focus heal our Frost Queen so that she is not dying and having our Sherbet, take the damage instead. Alright guys, so we have another double tank comp here. When it comes to double tanks, I like to use the Sherbet with the Parfait. So here we go. Alright, so we do have the Sherbet and Frost Queen on the enemy team with the Icicle Yeti. Except for us, we do have our Parfait. Alright, to do the extra healing. They also do have the Hollowberry just like us. Alright, so let's see how this turns out here. Our Frost Queen is going to be able to, just bypass that freeze because she is Frost Queen, right? All right? And there we go. Got rid of the Hollowberry. Got rid of the sarcophagus already on the enemy golden cheese. And there we go. Not a problem here. So against double tanks, I do like to use the Sherbet with the Parfait. And then when it comes to a single, single tank, I like to go with the Snow Sugar. And there we go. Sherbet just doing so much damage because, again, Frost Queen's the one tanking and then Sherbet's the one dealing the damage. Frost Queen still providing that extra, burst damage whenever you need it. But there you guys go. They also did have a 4-star golden cheese. Not bad. Alright guys, so they do have this time around a double tank missing here, but it's going to most likely be burnt cheese and fettuccines as well, but it is a older comp. Alright, the actually not old comp, but the comp that we have used previously with the black pearl and golden cheese. So here we go, we're going to use Sherbet for the double tank. And here we go guys. So they do have that burnt cheese fettuccine here. Alright, we should be okay with that Parfait protecting. Alright. Hopefully our Frost Queen doesn't die off. And we're able to deal some good amount of damage with that Sherbet before he falls down. Alright. But, Hollowberry's damage focus really helping out here. We got rid of that Black Pearl on the enemy team as well. Alright. Parfait doing a good job in keeping our cookies alive, or at least our Frost Queen alive here. Right. And there we go. Sarcophagus is popped, and we should be good right here. And, the golden cheese came back alive, but, we got our cookies healing and stuff. So there we go. No problem right there at all. And there we go. Against double tanks, Sherbet is the, I would say, better option. Snow Sugar is better when it comes to, versing a single tank. All right, guys, another double quote-unquote tank, I guess, because we have this Icicle Yeti on the enemy team. We're going to use the Sherbet comp. Here we go. Alright guys, so they do have almost the exact same comp as us, except for the fact that they are using a Snow Sugar instead of a Sherbet, while we are using the Sherbet here. Alright, so we'll see how this one goes here. I'm kind of wondering how the outcome is going to turn out. Let's see. We have our Parfait. They have their Parfait. We have our Sherbet. They have their Snow Sugar. Alright, we have our Hollowberry, they have their Hollowberry. Alright, so let's see how this one goes. But dang, okay, so our Frost Queen's still alive. Their Frost Queen is dead. They have their Snow Sugar though. They have a Parfait still on their enemy team alive as well though. So let's see how this one turns out here. Our Hollowberry taking a ton of damage there. Icicle Yeti trying to keep the, the Hollowberry alive. Oh my gosh. I thought I was going to lose, but there's a big possibility we might actually win with the Frost Queen here, guys. Oh, it looks like it's going to be a tie, though. It's very close, but it seems like their Parfait did, stay alive a little longer and did a little bit more damage there. The crystal gem was also a bit higher level than ours too. But 28 million damage coming out from Frost Queen. That is absolutely massive. Their Hollow did 9 million though. Wow, wow, wow. But there you guys go. This is going to be the two teams that I'm currently using right now inside of the arena. I know there are different comps coming out. I know there's Pattaya Dragon coming back. I know there's a lot of different cookies actually making a return because of the inclusion of Frost Queen, kind of spreading the arena comps even wider now. All right, than it was before with Golden Cheese. And of course, Golden Cheese is not gone. Golden Cheese is also really, really, really good right now inside of the arena still. So don't think that she's gone. Stardust is still making a very, very strong, footprint inside of the arena. I would say Seafarer and Moonlight are a little bit struggling here, but, they also do have their own chance of revival. But currently, this is what I'm using. Hopefully, you guys found it helpful. Good luck with the arena, guys. I will be live streaming the last couple hours for this one because, I want to see what I can come up with. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.